Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are when you watch this. Welcome to our Furday Monday. And I see that people are already posting questions, so that's fun. If you're new here, please go ahead and post your question. We start and put it in line. And all right. So, and it helps. It does help. It's right, Mark, if you put it all in caps and stuff.
It does. It jumps out, and we know that's a question.
Yeah. So
it's not so hard here at the beginning when people are first getting here, but as we move along and the chat starts going faster, it's really hard. It can just jump past you, and so even if you roll back, it's easier to see if it's capitalized.
Yeah. And I'm just digging on your shirt today, Mark. That is so beautiful. I just love it.
How I love these little doodads all over it.
Yeah, of course. That little extra.
I know, it reminds me of a shirt that Ricky Ricardo used to wear on I Love Lucy, and I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of the 50s.
All right. So, okay, questions are coming in. Remember to try to do caps if you can.
Yep.
But we're seeing you. I got you, Ruth. Got you, Michelle.
It bites.
I know.
Vivian.
Yeah.
Vivian.
So it sounds like you have the raccoon situation pretty much under control.
Yep. My next door neighbor had a trap, and so I took it and set it up in the attic, and then I talked to Pan and asked him to let the little raccoon go in there without a lot of fear and stuff, and she went immediately in it.
I just love that.
And she was really good. She didn't stress out, because I've seen them in traps like that and they just go nuts. She just looked at me, and I just kept talking to her and telling her it was okay. And then I found out my next door neighbor, he's been really nice, and I have to just say how nice he is. And he's like your good old boy hillbilly, straight hillbilly boy. And he's so nice to me. And, I just can't acknowledge it, because, it's really a big thing for someone like him.
Right.
To be, nice to this gay guy that moved in across the street. And because they moved into that house after my mom passed, so they didn't really know any of us or anything. But anyway, it's been so great. He immediately fixed the hole outside my porch here where we're sure she got in. He fixed all that for me. I paid him, but he was great. And he had the cage. And then he also knew a rehabber, this person who loved raccoons and rehabs them. So he gave me her name, and she came over, and the raccoon had 5 babies, and they were pretty big. They were a little bit bigger than I thought they were, a little older, but they were still babies, still nursing. And we got them all out, and she took them. And it was great to meet her, because that's what she does for a living, is rehab raccoons and other indigenous animals. But her biggest love is raccoons. And she had tattoos all over her arms of raccoons. So it was sort of this meant to be thing of this guy. Raccoons.
Absolutely.
And then she said, I have this animal psychic. And I went, yeah, that's what I do. And she went, oh. And so now she wants me to come visit her place and see her. And in her house, she has all these raccoons that are not re-releasable. That's what she tries to do, is put them back in the wild. But there's some that have been run over, or they have they're blind, or some horrible something. And they all just live in her house loose. There's a big bunch. And they live with the cats and the dogs and everything else she has. And it's just this little happy family.
Wow.
So that was all really exciting, just to know, and that she loves raccoons so much. So I felt so oh, thank you.
That just is not even a normal story. What I mean? That is so divine.
And, I'm a big believer in the power of prayer, and, and I always do that. And I talk about that all the time. But, before I pray to God, but also I talk to Pan, and I do that in a prayer form where I'm going, because it's animal. I don't want them to be stressed out. Can we make this as easy and effortless? And I just, I don't want anything to happen to them. And blah, blah. And so I think that was all an answer to that. And, my neighbor who helped me and who knew them, he has coon dogs. And what they do is hunt raccoons. And so right in the beginning, when he said he'd help me, I was like, he already knew that I had a pet raccoon. The guy already talked to him about all that. And I said, well, I'm going to catch them. I said, but we cannot hurt them in any way. You can't have them. You can't do nothing. And he was so good. He goes, now I know this woman who's crazy for raccoons, just like you. And he goes, just because it's you, I know you don't want anything to happen to them. So this is the best. He was so great about all that,
I love how you do his voice. Yeah,
because he's so, macho and good old boy and all that. But, that was just a, spirit helping out there, I think. And when the girl came, she goes, boy, the raccoon's off, because she was still in her little trap when we were getting the babies. She goes, well, the mama's awfully calm and acting like she's not upset. She goes, usually they just be freaking out. So again, I know that was because of the energy with Pan and just helping her remain calm in there. So it's great.
I just can't even get over that story, just because it was just how it all lined up. And it goes to show you, it's such a beautiful, beautiful message for all of us, I think.
And she said, well, of course, naturally, when they got old enough, she would have moved them and relocated them. And I knew that. Remember, I told you guys that's what I was just going to kind of wait for, because I figured when they got big enough, she'd move them out. But then when they fell through the ceiling, it was like, well, I don't know about that. So then this other thing worked out. But she said, well, normally they would do that. And she was so happy because, I'd been feeding her all along because I knew she was having babies and nursing. And the lady was so, she was,
hold on. I have to fix something. I can't hear you.
And people
I just plugged in my mic. Hold on. Just what's going on here? Hold on. Mercury in retrograde. Speaker. Why would it do that? Can I hear you now?
No, can you?
No.
Hello.
Voice meter speakers. Can I hear you now? Can I hear you now? Talk. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, you're frozen. Mercury in retrograde, you guys. Hi, I can hear you both.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. Okay. You just froze up a little bit.
Wait. Oh, I thought I was echoing, but no. Okay, great.
All right, Mercury in retrograde. We just have to deal with that for a while.
I've been noticing it this time quite a bit. I felt like there was a lot of retrograde energy this past week where everything was just...
Even just the shadow was tough. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we're both back on. Everybody can hear. All right. Awesome, guys. Thank you. It makes for a fun show, doesn't it? You just never know what's going to happen with this. Welcome aboard. It is 11:11 on my end. And here we go. So, all right.
It's not like the computer does the same thing twice either. It's always some new way that it messes up.
New way it wants to mess with you.
That you don't know how to do. It's like, what?
Oh, my goodness. Yep. All right. So we're going to move right into Sharon's. And you have the story behind that. So I'm going to go ahead and I just put that up there, but I'm going to go ahead and hide that. So we're going to be reading for Sharon right now. I'm going to write her name. Maybe.
Okay, I can give you this short story.
Mm-hmm.
So she lives in a trailer. There was some cats under her trailer, like feral or dumped cats. And she took one to the vet that was friendly and that would come to her and stuff. And that vet told her that it was a nursing mother. And so she took it back. And I was like, well, did it look like a nursing mother? And there was some confusion about that, like maybe it wasn't, because then she kept seeing it come out. She never heard babies or nothing, but then the mother was getting fatter. Anyway, I got that it wasn't nursing when that vet, it was like a misread or something. Anyway, now it's been quite a few weeks later, and she hasn't seen it anymore. And so her question is, she just wonders if it's still around. Did she have kittens? Are they still somewhere? Because she might be able to find homes. And that's her question. Are they still around?
Okay.
She hasn't seen them under her trailer in a while.
Okay. I see she did have her babies. So I do feel she so when you saw her, I feel like she was pregnant because I'm seeing her that she had her babies. I feel like she has 3 that survived. I feel like there was a little bit of a trouble there with her, but she has 3 of them there.
Do you think they're still there at her house, at her trailer?
Oh, I don't think so. No, I don't see. No, that's a no on that. But I just to let you know, Sharon, she did have her babies, and she's just doing her wild thing with them. You know what I mean? Like how they do. So she's fine. I feel like 3 of them survived. She's taking care of them. She's doing the best she can with what she has, and I hope someone else. So what we can do as a collective here is pray that for food for her.
Right. Because she did used to come to Sharon to eat, and she would let her feed her and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what's odd about it, that she's not coming now, when she has babies. So she moved them.
She moved. Yeah, there was something else that wasn't safe for her there. She felt for I guess, and so instinct had her move, but it was unfortunate for her, but it's safer for her babies. We just need to get her some food. But yeah, I do.
Right.
Genealogy junkie. That's exactly what I saw.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that's probably related to nutrition, that she lost a few. I don't know, Sharon. There's some part of me that thinks you might see her again, but I'm not 100% sure. If she were close there and it was easy, I think she would already be coming, because she knows that's a place she can get food and stuff. So that makes me feel like that for whatever reason, that's not an easy option.
No, right. Yeah. Right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's a possibility you might see her, though, again down the road sometime, like after the kittens. So, I wouldn't be really surprised if, months you went, there's that cat again, But I don't know if she's going to bring the kittens to you. I don't feel like it. Anything's possible, but I feel like maybe not. That she's not going to bring the kittens there.
Yeah. Let's surround those kittens and that mama with some prayer, because yeah, that's a tough one.
Yep.
All right.
Hi, Hypnicity. Thank you for the update. So glad to hear Shadow's doing better. It was an ear infection, so you took him to the doctor and they figured out it was an ear infection. That's great.
Good.
Little Shadow doing better.
Oh, shadows. All right. Okay. Okay, genealogy junkie. Hi, genealogy junkie. Has the survival prospects of polar bears improved in any way? I'm getting a no on that. Not really. But then they dropped in the word adaptation. It's there's some adapting, but in that it's they're going to need to adapt. Is what I'm hearing.
And move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big loud no first.
Yeah.
Bursting in my ears right off the bat as soon as reading the question.
Yeah.
Other than there is a little bit more awareness of humans that they're in trouble because of, you see that commercial on television and stuff about help the polar bears.
Yeah.
So there's that kind of human focus and awareness of it, but not really better. Actually, their environment, their natural place where they like to live most is disappearing, quicker than they can figure it out. It's going quick.
Mm-hmm.
So really the only looks to me like, and what Pan is saying is to really just relocate. So the Arctic or the Antarctic, though I keep saying Arctic, isn't going to be very welcoming for them, or that isn't going to be their home base. They're going to have to figure out a different place. And it's not going to be that easy because the temperatures are warming everywhere, not just there.
Mm-hmm.
So, as it melts there, it's also melting, in the Alps or in Himalayas or places snowing, cold. But they will move some. I don't see them being completely wiped out. But, numbers going down quite a bit. And mama bears having a hard time finding places to give birth and have babies. So that's not that positive, really.
Mm-mm. Again, another prayer request.
Yeah.
Um,
And I remember the first day I did animal readings, the first Saturday live, the first thing we did was send energy to the polar bears.
Okay.
And that was way back then. And Pan asked me to focus on them. So, they can always use that love and acknowledgement. Mostly those animals that are being driven into extinction want acknowledgement or attention paid to them.
Mm-hmm.
We're here, and that's really what they look for, and just this, loving appreciation.
Yeah. And futuristic, I'm being shown controlled environments. So, but I feel like futuristic, we're all going to have to be in some kind of controlled environment to keep us all kind of going. But I don't know. But I do see some kind of controlled environment for them, and not like in a zoo, but like some kind. They figure something out as far as I don't even know. It's totally out of my wheelhouse. I just see some sort of controlled.
Yeah, because they have to have mothering hot there, so it's not the same thing. But you could make an enclosed environment,
Something.
bears, which they might do, and that'd be terrific. But most of the species that are, large species that are getting closer to extinction right now, like their numbers are bigger in zoos than they are in the wild, which is so screwed up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thankful that the people are trying to rescue and save them, so I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
But it just makes me so sad that the environment, it's just...
Prayers, continue prayers to the polar bears for the polar bear population.
And, that includes sea lions, seals,
all of them. Yeah.
Arctic foxes, all those Arctic animals are
all the Arctic. Yeah.
And the polar bear is the apex predator. He's the biggest predator. And if he's struggling, or he and she, all those under him, under the polar bear, are struggling as well because it's reached their level.
Boo. All right. Karen. Hi, Karen. My friend Lori has 2 missing cats, and I wanted to ask if you are able to see if anything is happening, like trapping or poisoning in the area, Las Vegas. Okay, so I'm not seeing trapping. I actually I'm feeling predator.
Yep.
Okay. I like when we're on this, like when we hear the same thing, Mark, because I'm like,
I
know. I'm feeling predator.
I know it might seem mean too, because I'm just waiting for you to say what I'm hearing in my head. I don't know because right away I went, this feels more like coyote or something.
Yeah, it feels predator. One cat is named Cat 2.
And the other one's Cat 1? No. And I feel like, they were in and out, but it feels like predators.
Giving your friend Lori a big hug because I do feel
and I actually get coyote.
Okay.
Even beyond just generic predator, that it's probably coyotes. I'm
going to throw cards on this one too. Okay, yes, she says yes. She's too weak to search physically. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That area where she is seems like is an area that the animals come through or are around there quite a bit. Her many animals inside. Yeah, I get that she has a lot and she's taking care of a lot of them. but you can't take care of everything, and there's that. And and I still believe there's not really mistakes or accidents, and there's still such a thing as the food chain. And the coyotes are also struggling
Yeah.
because all the animals are struggling with food source, water source, things like that. And I feel like this feels like food chain, which you hate to think of that, but I feel like that's what that was. In that area, though, you kind of need to bring them in, because I just feel like there's quite a bit of predator energy right around where she lives or something.
So I'm asking him, like, so the predator thing, are they just yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
I can't seem to catch any more of that on this one.
Karen says it's a bad area for traffic, an unfriendly area in general. And
Okay.
I'd just rather her be careful, not let them out. They're strays that decide to stay there. Yeah, they're strays.
Okay.
And they're going to do what they're going to do, kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
She was like a temporary caretaker.
Okay. And you fed them, right? Because I feel like one of them was showing me them licking their paw and saying thank you.
Yeah,
thank you for caring for us. So they are grateful for what you gave them. And that licking of the paw makes me feel like he just finished eating, right? So thank you. They're saying thank you for that and what you provided for them.
Right.
All right. Okay, moving right along. Are you getting any more on the?
No, just that's an experience that a cat soul can choose.
Yeah.
And other animals. They can choose to be part of the circle of life, and they can choose to be feral, and because that's a different kind of experience. And a lot of times that experiencing that is what makes them decide to choose to be pets or some other kind of experience. So this feels like that was their path, and that you were you helped them. You were like what is it, a shelter from the storm kind of a thing.
Oh yeah.
And help them in that. And that stands out in their experience, that at this time of need, a human stepped in and helped them. So that made a big difference on a soul level. But this seems like they were going to have that ending no matter what. Okay. That's all.
Right. Okay. I accidentally unstarred one and found it. So, hi Ruth, are you here? Let us know you're here. It's about that time when we start asking if you're
There
still
she
here.
is.
She is?
I see her already. She's right there. She
Okay.
just answered.
Oh, okay, good. Hi, Ruth. Okay.
Ranger was.
She has a long-term caring for the strays. Yeah.
Yeah.
All my own animals are also rescued off the street of Las Vegas. It's like hell for animals.
Oh.
Oh, boo. Okay. Last week, Deb said my deceased dog Ranger was good dog. I always said so. Good, and even in dog classes. Her only issue was Good Samaritan syndrome. What is Can you explain that to me, Mark? Or
No, plus I don't think I'm not sure there's a question.
okay. All right.
Good Samaritan syndrome. I've not heard that before. I mean, I can
love that.
guess.
Her only issue is good smart. No question. All right, Ruth.
Yeah, just a thank you about that you were.
Okay.
Thanks, Ruth. I appreciate it to hear that.
All right. I'm going to have to look at the Good Samaritan syndrome for a dog.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, back to the list. And Michelle is next. Michelle, are you still? Yep, Michelle is still here. Hi, Michelle. I have a mini pincher that bites all of us. I don't know how to stop her. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's not fun.
No.
Can you tell me the mini pincher's name, Michelle? I'd love to know her name and maybe, about how old she is.
I do feel that Kaya.
Okay, great.
I do feel that this is something that can be trainable to help her. I feel like it's a habit reflex. I feel like it's turned into, she's a
year old. Yeah.
She's horrible. She's a year old. I do feel it can be trained. It can be trained.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what I do see you, though. I do see you trying to redirect this whole behavior. It might take someone special. It's going to need to be taken care of, though. You know what I mean? Like, she's not, it like came in with her. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It came in with her. It's a natural like reflex for her. But I feel like it can be trained, but it would take someone special to help you with that.
It's a little kind of overly bred a little bit. And so
okay,
it's made that a little out of balance. The other thing too I'm getting is there's a lot of stimulation happening. And it's sort of a little bit of mixed messages. It's almost a little bit like a teasing energy, or it's like starts out or like you're playing with her or something, but then she goes to that level every time. She doesn't quite know how to figure out what you're wanting. And like the energy's almost too much, and so she's trying to stop it. She goes, stop, it's too much stimulation or something.
It would be similar to it would be similar to obviously there's other issues going on inside her. But it's similar to like if she was deaf and you didn't know. Does that make sense? But there's something she's definitely being triggered by something. So if she was in pain, she would respond like that, right? So I also am seeing, so maybe like you said, it's connected to some, I don't know. I just can't find words to this. Again, out of my wheelhouse, guys. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
But
it's a mixed message too. So in
Yeah.
general, the best way to change your behavior is to, give her lots of positive reinforcement. And this is what we used to call it, positive reinforcement or affection training. And just stick with acknowledging whenever she's a good girl. And so, like, even if you're playing and it starts escalating, because I feel like it kind of escalates, she's good up until that point, then you just stop. Now, you don't have to say bad girl, but, and do all that, but you just stop playing. We only play until you start escalating, then no. Because she's a young dog and she wants to play, but she doesn't quite know the boundaries, or you're going to have to be firm about that and really stick to it.
And she says, I think she has trouble seeing. I saw that too, but I wasn't quite sure how to put that. Like, okay, so she's blind, but you would know if she was having trouble. You know what I mean? So you are seeing something like that. So all that plays in part. It all is connected with the stimulation and someone on the out. You know what I mean? Like she's like responding out of self-protection at some level. But I do feel like it. But you said good girl, and right when you said that, this card came in, good gal. So good girl. Yeah. So I do feel like the future, because it's something that she's out of control of. And she's carrying this burden. It needs to be like, she needs some assistance in this. And I feel like you've been trying, but I feel like, again, it's going to take someone who comes in, an expert, to help you with her, whether it's finding out if she is having some eyesight issues, how to help, you know what I mean? Like there's some deeper issues, but I do feel like it's something that can be trained.
And also, the whole idea of taking a Doberman Pinscher and making it into a miniature.
Oh.
Through breeding and all that. Sometimes what happens is, not, I don't know, this is what Pan's telling me, is that they get cross wires because of the breeding. So it's almost like if she was a big size, the stimulation wouldn't seem overwhelming. But because of her size, it is. And so she's almost, it's a confusion. It's like, this shouldn't scare me. Yeah. But it does, because I'm not.
Oh, Michelle, thank you.
Big enough for something. Yeah. I'm, it's like a mixed message, and I got that right off the bat, but it's not necessarily a mixed message from you guys. Although be careful that, you just want to constantly point out good doggy, because she wants to be a good doggy. And in the end, she will. You're just going to have to train this a little bit. And it's, of course, you don't want to be bit, and that's not good. Yeah. But you don't want to put a lot of attention on it. Just stop. It's better just to stop the interaction then. Nope. We don't play that because she wants the interaction. So, nope. Biting means we stop, and even if you have to put her separate or something for for a few minutes, and then bring her back and we love you again and all that, might help. Or like Debbie said, find somebody who's really, that's what they do. I'm just going to talk to her for a minute with Pan, because she's sitting right here looking up.
Yeah.
She wants to
She's like, finally, some understanding.
It wants to get better with it.
Yeah, she does. And I love that point, Mark, too. She does want to be better.
Right.
She does want to be, she wants to be that good girl.
Yeah. And you're a little good doggy. Yeah. And that she don't quite understand why biting is a bad thing.
She's like, what?
But telling her, no, don't do that. You can get your point across without biting. And she says, and some pinchers are bred to guard and bite. So it's almost like, like Debbie was saying before, it's out of her control.
Yeah, it's become a habit. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just something that comes up naturally, kind of. I'm a ferocious guard dog. And I'm going, well, no. And plus, you don't need to do that behavior here with the family. So it's a little bit of mixed messages that has to do with breeding. I know that sounds weird, but I get that a lot, especially with a really nicely purebred dog that someone spent a lot of money on. I'm not saying that's this one, but that comes up quite a bit with that breeding sometimes, and it goes a little wonky. And so some behaviors, some thoughts, some things are bred in, overly bred in, and they're not even meant to, It's kind of like that thing that somebody was talking about, that Good Samaritan syndrome.
Oh.
It's overly emphasized. So it becomes, they can't control it. It's overly in them, sort of like, sometimes that incessant barking can be because of that. Other things like that, so I just keep hearing that. The good news about this little doggy is she wants to be a happy, friendly family dog, and she wants to be everybody's best friend. So she's listening, and she wants to get better. At first she wasn't completely sure what she was doing wrong, even though I'm sure you said, don't bite me. She was still a little mixed up about that. So I'm just saying, don't do the biting. They don't need to bite. Because she might bite at a litter mate or another dog, but I'm telling her she don't need to do that to you guys. So she seems to be understanding that a little bit better. She seems to be a little clearer just because she's been sitting here during this whole time, and energetically kind of getting it and hearing us. So she might be a little bit better. By that, I mean, she might offer a little bit different behavior to you, Michelle. And if she does, acknowledge it. Like maybe you're playing and we don't go to the bitey bite. Then she's a really, really, really good dog then. Really emphasize that. Okay. That's right, Deb Z.
Yeah. That good girl card, if that good girl card came out of this stack of cards this thick, really maneuver into those. She does want to be a good girl, but maneuver into the praise of things.
Yeah.
Positive influence, right?
Yep. Right. And sometimes they'll take, and I'm not saying you're doing this, I'm just thinking about with my cat when she peed on my bed. And of course, my first thought is, that's a bad cat. And I don't like it. And no. And why all of a sudden, out of the blue, would this happen? You never do that. What's the problem? But, I have to right away go from that this is bad behavior, because they don't really get the negative thing.
Yeah, they don't understand
that. So they just get pee in the bed. They don't really get all of my bad ranting. So that might even encourage them to be in the bed again, because they're not getting the negative. They just don't get it the same way.
Yeah, and they don't.
It's just attention. That's why you might see a dog that's being beat, but they still love their owner, because they don't really, it's just attention, and you'll go, that poor little doggy, they're not being nice to him, and he's still being, he don't know any different,
He's just
So the
all
greatest
love.
way to help them change their mind is through positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
I still love you, Pumpkin, but I would prefer you not pee in the bed. And what's the problem? It's what I had to go through.
Yeah.
Kind of like what I was doing with your little doggy. Why are you biting? That's not what we want. So, and then they can understand that better than you're a bad cat or biting is bad. They don't quite get that.
She says, I've taught her a lot. I bet you have.
Yeah. She's going to be great.
Yeah. So blessings to you, Michelle, and thank you for working with her.
Thanks for
and thank you so much for your support of us and the channel here.
Yeah, I think you're going to be seeing some little moves to improvement. Spring K.
Yay. Spring K. My dog Nikki is 13 years old and is sleeping a lot. Does she need anything? Nikki. Yeah, I can see why you would be a little bit more concerned, because that's not natural to her personality. But as she ages up, she's needing a little bit more of this sleep time. I'm not sensing pain with her. I'm not seeing or sensing pain. It's more of just that aging up. I'm sleeping more.
Yep.
Just more tired.
Yep. That's exactly.
I do feel things are just getting a little slower and kind of, yeah.
I can tell she's been a well cared for dog,
Mm-hmm.
and that you guys have a nice, strong connection. She's not really trying to move away or anything like that. It's really just what Debbie just said, just older, needing more nap time. And also, as they get older, they naturally spend more time sleeping because they do a lot of dream work and energetic work that we don't even know anything about, but while they're sleeping. So they do more and more of that as they get older. Because I see her having more dream time in the daytime, But I don't, like Debbie said, I don't see aches and pains. I don't, she kind of looks up and just saying, I'm well cared for. I have all I need. I'm just napping. I love my person. She does want to say that.
Oh yeah. And she said, just let me know if you need me for something. Just let me know if I'm missing something and you need me. She's like, I love her. She's like, just let me know and I'll put my head in your lap, or you know what I mean? Like, if you need my energy for something, just let me know.
Yeah.
And
I don't think she's sick or anything. She says, I'll get up and go,
Yeah.
But I'm just, yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
And I know that you do too, Spring K.
I don't know if Spring K is still here.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from her, but anyway, so hopefully that helps, Spring K, if you come back and watch this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's just doing her thing.
Yeah, no big need for worries or anything.
Mm-mm. Okay, we know that Estelle is still here, right? Is Estelle still here with us?
I didn't see her name yet, but I haven't been watching the whole time.
Because she put her question.
Oh, there she is. Yep.
Okay. She put her question in twice, so I would assume that she would still.
Yes, she's here.
Estelle. Hi, Estelle. Is my dog
Majesty, right? Majesty.
My dog Majesty's Destiny. I love that name. That's powerful. Happy on the other side. Does she visit me? I am sorry my ex wouldn't let me euthanize her, but I'm happy I was with her. Okay. All right. Majesty's Destiny. I'm assuming this is a female dog. It could be a male.
Yeah. But I'm not sure. I kind of feel male, but I don't know.
Oh, really?
I can't tell. But first of all, does she visit me? I'm sorry my ex wouldn't let me euthanize her.
But you were with her as she passed. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Majesty's Destiny. Oh, they called her Maggie. Okay, Maggie. I'm going to say Maggie. All right, Maggie. Maggie says she wouldn't have it any other way. Much to her, much better to remain with you than to be euthanized.
Yep.
It was much more peaceful. There was no fear with this. It was so it's natural for them, right? They understand crossing over much better than we do, and they deal with it better. And so there is an understanding to this, and so no regrets there, Estelle, she's saying.
Yep, it's different for them. And even though you said your ex, that was the right call. I know, that's always difficult, no matter which way you go. It's always going to be the same thing. It's always going to be hard to lose your loved one. But I feel in this case, she was all for the just dying without being euthanized.
Yeah. Just
like Debbie said, that was the first thing she said.
She's showing me this scene, and she keeps playing it back, Estelle. So I just wanted to share it with you, just to kind of, I think it's just a shared memory that she wants you to remember, because it's just one of those connection and something that just you shared the love in these moments. But like of her sitting there and you having her sit and do her thing, and you give her like a little treat, a bone or whatever. And those shared moments of just love passing between you, she wants you to just remember that of her, not necessarily her ending. She wants you to kind of focus on those fun shared love moments back and forth.
Mm-hmm. She was also, she's showing me that there was kind of she was kind of in the middle sometimes between you and your partner. And she acted as a balancing energy, even if you didn't feel it. She says quite often she worked to balance energy between you two. And that she went back and forth, like, here I am with you, here I am with your partner. And it's sort of, I'm this way with this one, I'm this way with this one. And I help to bridge the two of you. or help to make things more smooth between you than they could be.
Yep, did balancing things. He loved her. Yep, with the balancing of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she felt the love.
Yeah. And she had different relationships with the two of you. Like, I love her and I love him. And then I do this with her and I do this with him. And,
Mm-hmm.
like she would do the special things. This is my special relationship. This is what we do together. And this is what we do together. And then sometimes we would all do something together. But she had this, she keeps showing me like little separate relationships.
Which was important, I feel, Estelle, for both of you while you were going through whatever was happening between the two of you, you and your ex. She's when I talk about that, she just sat up and has a little medal on her chest. So she feels like she got a medal for being that. Yeah, she did not like argument. Yeah, so there she is with her little medal. She's like, I deserve a medal. But what a beautiful, beautiful soul to come in and really be that for both of you. And also, but again, she is taking me back to just focusing on the beautiful love exchange between you and her, and how that was important for her. But that's what she wants, and for you, and that's kind of what she wants you to focus on when you remember her. Are you wanting a new puppy? She wants you to have, if you don't, I don't know if you have one, because I get things in symbols, so y'all need to help me. Either she wants you to get another one, or she says, I want you to have another angel in your life. So, or if you already have one, she approves, but she wants you to have that angel energy. And when I say angel energy, I mean a fur baby. She was my last ditch effort for Bernese Mountain Dog. Wow. So she wants that energy for you if you want it. So obviously, she doesn't want to force that on you. We have one. Okay. So then that would mean to me, what she's showing me is she approves of this and loves that you have that angel energy around you. I feel like that's something that you connect into. You understand that energy exchange between you and your fur lovelies.
She does visit you. She also visits your ex. She's saying that she focuses on your ex a little bit more, because I feel like he's in need or something a little more. She feels like you've got it together. And you have that dog energy kind of there. I feel like, I don't know if he has another dog, but that she might be thinking about returning to him.
Oh, maybe that. Okay.
Because I feel like you've already, you're not missing that energy because you've already got another dog. Let's just say that. But I feel like maybe she's been looking at him quite a bit lately, and considering that. Do you feel she's already back, Debbie?
I feel like she's partway. can I say partway? Like, because when I just asked her that, I see her halfway here and halfway, like right in the middle, like what you would see here between us, like a line, like partway, like this. Like she's partway here and partway not.
Right.
So I don't know. That symbol probably would mean she's on her. She has plans. She's on her way in.
Then you'd know better what your partner's doing at this time. But there's some. She's focused on him because she says he needs it more right now. You know, I don't know.
We live together, and he's just starting to connect with this dog.
Okay, you still are living together.
I feel
well.
She wants to come back in.
The fact that you're living together makes me feel like that could be the dog you have.
Oh, really?
Well, just because it keeps saying I'm focused on him, and I was thinking he lives somewhere else, but no, he lives right there with you. So
he's
and you're saying he's now getting to like her. I mean, this new dog. So that might be why she's talking about. My focus is on him. My focus is on him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to warm up to him. You're already okay. You know,
he's negative.
So that could be that same doggy returned. You know, but this dog is just looking to him because on some level he needs it more.
Yeah, she says he's negative.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I get. But I feel like it could be
when it's time, she's willing to come back in. I feel that's the symbol.
Yeah.
That she's showing me. But enjoy the angel you have in your house, Jean, Estelle.
Right.
He needs it. Yeah. Hi, Karen. Hi, Lisa. Hugging you both.
Yeah. I know. I pulled the Ace of Cups. So, and on this Ace of Cups, it has the little animal head over them. I just, that energy is still really concerned about the two of you.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And now that you told me that you're still living together, a lot of that makes it's even more clear in my brain, you know, with that added tidbit. Mm-hmm. And so that energy is still concerned about the two of you, whether it's spiritual or in this puppy. I kind of feel like it's in the new dog, but still concerned with this dynamic the two of you have. So X or not, you're still in a dynamic together because you're in the same house and stuff. And this one's still in between, kind of, because in that I put it back in the deck, but you know, I had the two coming together holding the cups and with this animal above them in between them. So it just looks a lot like that to me still. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Who's next?
All right, Mimi. Hi. And Lavender Lilac Siamese. Lavender Lilac Siamese showed up on my front porch over 7 years ago. Declawed and hungry. She deals with nerve skeletal issues. What can I do for her? Her history before and what was her history before she showed up? So just a little bit overall for Mimi.
Well, I feel like she got lost somehow. Like got out of the house and got lost or something before she came to you. Um, but, she's happy that she got lost and found you. I mean, this seems to be the better option than before she was lost. They had a different idea about cats or something, and this is better. Just the fact that she was declawed is a little, but she's glad she found you. I feel like she feels like she's been well cared for since she found you. And she doesn't lack for much, really. Of course, she needs to be a house cat in the house because she can't defend herself without claws. And so, indoor kitty. Actually, she feels safer indoors and stuff. I feel like she likes to be indoors. What are you thinking, hearing, seeing?
Estelle, thank you. Blessings to you. All right. She was just kind of showing me a little bit about, before she found you and the situation with her first family is they just had this, and the only way I can say it is a Hollywood idea of having a cat. And it didn't turn out that way. However, Lavender knew, like it was like a honing device to you. It's like on some spiritual level, she knew that it like honed right to you, like you were meant to be together. It was always meant to be that she would find you, and that her first part of her life would be like this.
Yep.
Teaching this family some kind of thing, but as a result of it, but the being lost and being out, that's a real deal there, and it was a scary journey. But she found you, and that's water under the bridge for her. She does still have some nightmares in regards to that, even though it's been 7 years. However, you have made it such a beautiful, safe place for her. She's good. As far as that, as far as her past life is in regards to that.
It was almost like there was a little lighthouse that just drew her right to you, to make sure she found you. And I feel like she was out a little while, not a super long time, from the time she got away from her other people to you. But there was a few like tumbles and little exchanges with other cats. And she may have had like a little bit of a fall or something that sort of tweaked a nerve or something like that. And so she has a little bit of a hitch, a little bit of a achy thing there.
She's also showing me, and again, way out of my wheelhouse, you guys, and I apologize. You all know way more about animals and how they, but she's showing me a connection to not having those claws. So something about that as well, and not being able to do their thing. She's showing me also has or her claw, something to do with her claw. That whole connection to all of it has to do with that.
Yeah, they may have damaged the nerve or something, even in removing them.
Oh, okay.
You know, the process of taking the
She has
claws
balance issues.
She may have had.
I feel like it. I didn't, I don't. I mean, I would never personally declaw, but I don't know the issues behind it. But that's what So I feel like it has thrown her off balance, and she's in her spirit is saying it's connected to the claws, the declaw.
Yeah. And people, they had this idea that they don't want the cats to, tear up their furniture, which, how cats will go and rip your couch up.
Right. Yeah.
And so that's, it was like, well, we'll get a cat, but it has to be declawed because I don't want the furniture done. It was something like that, which is, a real old fashioned way of thinking. You can get cat scratches and you can easily train them not to tear up your couch or whatever. But they had an idea of a cat, like Debbie was saying, of what it would be like. Here's our cat, and our pretty cat. And, but they didn't really appreciate her, really.
Yeah. So, but Mimi, again, she chose you to understand and walk with her through this issue of what she's going through. She wants you to focus on how much love you feel when you're with her, and just how she makes you feel when you're with her and you're petting her or she's sitting on your lap. That shared experience, again, she wants you to feel that and just embrace that. She's the type of, I wanted to say person, she's the type of cat. It's kind of like she wouldn't be the one in the crowd that's sharing everything that's wrong with her. She would deflect that as much as she could if she had a say. She wants you to focus on other things, like how beautiful she is, how much love you feel when you're with her, instead of what's lacking or what she wouldn't be the one in the crowd that's sharing all her aches and pains when you get together with your friends and you're like, oh my God, now my thumb is hurting, I don't even know, you know what I mean, like that. She's not that personality. So she's requesting that you focus on her, how beautiful she is and how much love you feel when you're with her.
Right. Yep.
Teresa, yeah, you're right. All right.
She's spoiled. Good. She just wants to be appreciated. And she's very, it's like she moved right in too. I get the feeling when you first found her, because she knew this is where she was meant to be. Kind of this, there was a part of her that knew she was always headed here. Took a little bit to get there. And so I felt like she just like, whew, here's where I was supposed to be. And she's liked it ever since. She's felt like this is where I was supposed to be.
Yay. All right, Mimi. Blessings to you both. I love it. All right.
Okay.
No yawning, Mark.
I know. I tried to turn away, but wasn't very good.
We all saw you. I'm just teasing you. You're welcome, Mimi.
Lavender. I like her name too, Lavender.
I do too. All right. Hi, Tina. Tina, you're still here, right? We're getting to that time where we need to ask. Hi. Hey, beautiful.
Baby kiss. Too many kids. I too many kids.
See, now Debsy's yawning.
Yes, I know. As soon as you see somebody yawn, it goes. I'm not really sleepy, so.
So I don't see Tina still here. She's usually here with us till the end.
Yeah, Liz, here back in. Now finally, Zoe looks great. Blessings. I don't remember. We probably read on that, but I don't remember.
All right. Well, Tina, if you are here and it's just slow, we'll get you. We'll circle back. We'll circle back. But I do know that Liz is here.
Deb Z says she yawns when she reads the word yawn.
Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, Liz. My mini, how do you say this? Dutch hound?
Dachshund.
Oh.
It's a dachshund. I know it looks weird, but like a dachshund.
Okay, dachshund. That's
wiener dog.
That makes sense. That's that would be like
German.
Is that German? Yeah.
They're a little wiener dog.
Okay. Hazel always goes into hiding when she senses we are about to go for a walk. She also barks on our driveway as we are headed out. Why does she do this? Okay. There's some territorial animal out there that has marked everywhere and tried to make it their own.
Yeah.
Right in the front door. It's almost what I'm being shown here. They know that Hazel lives there. They know that this is Hazel's place. But they are going. It's like a little. What do you call it? They're trying to make it their. I'm lacking the words here, but they're trying to show it's ours. So when she comes out, she smells and senses that they are there. Whatever this animal is, and I sense that it would be scary to her, this animal, the way they're doing. When what's that word I'm looking for? When there's gangs trying to say, "Here's my part." What is that word? Anyways, territory. Thank you.
Right, territory, right.
But Mark, you getting something totally different?
No. A mini dachshund, Hazel.
And she's warning you. This is I feel, do you sense she's trying to warn you with her barking when they walk out that front door? There's something in that front area. And whatever's there is making it their territory, even though it's Hazel's territory.
That's it feels like a feral, or a
wild animal.
Yeah, homeless dog or something. And that makes her put her defenses up. This is the Five of Wands. I mean, not the Five of Wands, the Seven. Yeah, Seven. So it makes her defensive. because it's all this scent and stuff's all around. Also, walking's not her favorite thing, I get. She this is funny, but I feel like her saying I'd rather be carried than walked, which is a little funny to be saying to me.
There are also coyotes, but haven't seen them near our house. Well, they're sneaky buggers. They can be quiet too.
And they would come, in that time of night when everybody's sound asleep. It's like they know when to come out when there's no people. So if there was a coyote, it would visit when you guys are, out to the world in that area. But there's something about it's hard for her to keep up or something. Like walking isn't her favorite thing. I feel like she gets drug a little. And this isn't on purpose or anything, but it's like, I just rather you carry me is when I keep hearing.
She loves to sleep and eat. Yeah. Yeah.
Because she wouldn't like to go on a really long walk. It's almost, it's a lot. She can't quite keep up and stuff. Because dachshunds are little to begin with, and then a mini dachshund is even littler.
Oh, yeah.
Even little shorter legs.
A little pet stroller, and being up here compared to being down on the ground, up in a stroller where she could see. Mm-hmm. She would actually love that.
Yeah. Yeah. A little more pampered puppy.
She stares at me when Liz, she's like, what the hell are we doing?
Would you pick me up, please?
Pick me up, please. Are you not sensing? This is horrible. Did you smell this? Can you smell? This is scary down here. Pick me up.
Oh, do you hold her a lot? I'm wondering if you do hold her a lot. Because I feel like she likes to be held and like a little baby, and that she'd be happy to like be carried around. I don't know if you carry her in a pouch or something, but she seems to like that. I would like to be carried. I'm trying to think back if I've ever had a little dog tell me that about I don't particularly love walking. Because
I've never heard that before.
Because usually they always love that, but and I wasn't saying it at first, but she kept kind of going, it's not my favorite thing for different reasons.
Oh, so true, Debbie. We only hold her at home, not outdoors. Yeah, she's like, what the hell? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because she likes being held at home. She likes being held, where it's not every dog likes that. Mine's a little dog, but she don't particularly like. She'll tolerate me holding her, but that's not her favorite thing.
The funny thing with her, I love her, Liz. By the way, I just love her little personality, or her big personality. She's like, okay, did I do? Okay. I walked 5 feet. Okay, pick me up now. Did I do okay? Pick me up. I did what you wanted me to. Now pick me up. So, yeah, she does not like it. So,
for a variety of reasons.
Heard that. I've never seen this. I've never heard this from any dog ever. Yeah. So, I know but exercise her, like, she's like, put me on a treadmill. Don't put me on. Don't move me down here with all these smells.
Or maybe she walks that direction and you carry her back or something.
Right. Yeah.
Where it's not the whole time, because she don't really like. She's cute. I really love her.
It's a jungle out here, she says. All right. So, anyways, love her.
Yeah. Cute.
Yeah, very cute. All
I
right.
like when they insist to me, like when I'm trying to resist the message.
Yeah.
Like going, I don't remember dogs telling me they don't like to walk.
I've never heard that before.
And
Well,
I keep going, well, that's not my favorite thing, and that's what we're talking about here. And I'm going, okay, well, I'll mention it.
okay. Steph, is Steph still here? Do you see Steph here? Anyone?
I haven't seen that name yet, but again, I missed some of them. And I just want to go back to the one person that was trying to tell me something, and I was a dunderhead. But yeah, I remember reading for you now. And then you were going back to Cozumel. I can't say that. Cozumel. Out of the country. And with the dog and everything. And so everybody's doing well. Thank you for letting me know that. It all came to my brain as soon as you gave me a...
Miss Cat, could you tell me the timestamp in which you put your question in so I can go back and find that, because it is not in my starred section. And so if you could tell me this timestamp.
Is it Cat M, Miss Cat? It's at 3:14 because I just happened to be looking at it right this minute.
What time was it at?
3:14.
Okay, so that would be 1:14 here.
Or that's a part of the question. It's also at 3:14. It's a long question.
Okay, so 3:14.
And then there's the rest of it. Do you see it yet?
So that would be our next question. So you would be in line right after Steph. So if Steph's not here, we can go right into, because I don't see Steph. So we're going to go ahead and hide this, and I'm going to go find that question. Thank you for your patience. Okay, this is why I didn't see it, because it wasn't capitalized. Miss Cat, we gotcha. See, there was a couple questions right in that time. And so when we're doing readings, guys, and you are putting in the questions, we might miss it fully if you don't have it capitalized with a ton of emojis around it, because we're in the zone. We're in between worlds when we're on here with you. So if you ever think, hey, those guys are a little spacey, it's because we are. We're in between worlds right now.
Yes, that's
so
true.
It takes a little bit. So thank you for doing the capitalizes and stuff like that, and your patience with us. So here's the first part of the question, correct? Will Buddy Jersey's brother be happy in his new home?
So the first part is her friend. Did you see that part? Had a heart attack, and now she has to get rid of her dogs.
Oh, see, I missed that part.
Yeah, so that was right above that one. And it just, she has 3 dogs, and she has to rehome them. And one of them is the parent of Miss Cat's dog, and she's taking that one. And then the other 2 have to find other homes. I think I got that right.
Okay, so yeah, it says, my dear friend had a heart attack and has to give up her 3 dogs. One of them, the mother of my dog, is coming to live with me. Will Jersey and Callie remember each other and get along? So that would be okay. And then it goes on and says, will Buddy Jersey's brother be happy in his new home? And Sophie, the 3rd dog, is 18 and not well, and we'll be crossing the Rainbow Bridge. Okay. So we're looking at Buddy and
Sophie, right? Because Jersey's going to Miss Cat.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Buddy and Sophie. All right, Miss Cat. Okay. Deb says, I thought being spacey was a requirement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that might have been why I became a psychic, because I was already spacey to begin with. And then
Exactly.
this fits perfectly.
This is the perfect fit for me.
Okay.
Sophie and Buddy. Buddy will do fine. Buddy is game. You know, he's a gamer. So he's like, you know, wherever you put me, make sure I just have my bowl of food and my bowl of my water. I'm good to go. Kind of feel around him. Of course, I get things in metaphor, but he's just showing me he's a gamer. You know, he doesn't have a lot of. He's not high need, and so he'll find his place. It does show that the change will be a little bit of a transition in just that he just has to figure it out and kind of see where he fits. And he's just going to kind of be watching and figuring out kind of where his spot is in the energy and in the home. But he's a love bug. I feel in a gamer, like, yeah, I'll be good. Just give me my food and water. I'm good to go. You know, I'm like that. So not real needy.
Mm-hmm. Sophie, it would be nice if she could stay with her owner. But, you know, I don't know, you know, if she in the hospital, how devastating the heart attack was, you know, if there's any, you know, if she's going to recover, whatever. I feel like Sophie would like to stay there with her if that's possible, because she doesn't have a super long time left. So, you know, it's hard for me to know because I don't really know all the details of what happened. And, you know,
Is Sophie the mama dog?
I don't know.
I thought there was 3 dogs we were talking about. I got confused.
There was. Is Sophie the one she's taking? No.
She's taking the mom dog.
Was that Sophie?
I don't know.
So, Miss Cat, help clear that up because I'm getting all confused.
We're getting
Which dog are you taking? Is that Sophie?
Well, Jersey and Callie remember each other. Okay, Jersey and Okay, Callie's the other one. Okay, so you're reading on Sophie. I was connecting into another dog. That's why I was because there are 3 dogs here, and there was. Okay, so Callie. Okay, but you go ahead with Sophie.
So Callie, see, I'm still confused though. Is Callie Cat must be Cat's dog, and so they're bringing Jersey there to live with Callie, and she's wondering if they'll remember each other, right? I don't know who.
Okay, Miss Kaz is taking Callie. Callie is the mom dog of Jersey.
Okay, great. And then who's Buddy?
Buddy is Jersey's brother.
Oh, Jersey's my dog. Okay. So Buddy's finding a new home that has nothing to do with you, and that all seems fine. And Jersey's moving in with Callie. I mean, Callie's moving in with Jersey.
Correct. And Callie is Jersey's mama.
Okay.
Will they remember each other?
Yes. There'll be a recognition, and they'll get along fine. There'll be a little bit of a reacquainting, but I feel like they're going to be fine, and they will recognize each other, I think. What do you think?
I do. I absolutely do feel that they're going to have that reckoning. But Kat, let Jersey know what's happening. and just let him be aware that that Kelly is coming. And so the adjustment that Mark's talking about is kind of like, okay, who am I now in this? It's kind of like, okay, I was this full autonomy, and now I have this authority coming in, female. So it's a little bit of it's going to be a little bit of adjustment of kind of figuring out my position. And he may be like, not really against her, but you're going to see some behavior things that it's kind of like, just trying to adjust, but it's going to be fine. You have told him. Okay. So continue to let him know he's your favorite boy.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely loved. And, so he's just it's just about figuring out their place in the home.
Yeah, and it's less about her, the dogs. It's more about him figuring out you and the house, the new house, and the new house rules and things. And, your dog's going to tell him. So that's the adjustment period. But it's more about adjusting to you and the new house and the new situation and having to move away. He's got to adjust to all that. But honestly, your dog will help in that because that's a familiar thing, even though they've been apart.
Oh, so Jersey Rose is a sweet girl. Okay, so it's a girl. All right. Either way, she's got to figure out where it's all going to be figuring it out. Those energies.
Right. And I'm still just a little bit concerned about Sophie. I think that's all going to work out, what we all talked about. It's going to be a little bit of adjustment, but not really, you're not doing anything weird that's going to scare the dog or anything.
No.
So that's all going to work out. Just a little bit concerned about the little Sophie dog, a little bit.
Sophie.
I don't know where is she going? Does she have someplace she's going to go? Or what? Yeah, they're going to get along fine, Miss Cat. Jersey and they're going to like each other. It's going to be like, oh boy.
Okay, so there's that Sophie has cancer.
Right. Yeah, I agree with all that. And she's getting close to transitioning. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
My concern is, where is she going to transition? She would prefer to be home with her person, if that's possible, because it's going to be a little difficult to move to transition. I mean, anything is possible. They can work it out, but that's just my little bit of concern about that is, can Sophie stay with her owner, or is there somebody? I told her I would take Sophie. So, yeah. And her time is come. And if she's going to be there, is Sharon the friend? If she's going to be there with Sharon, that's all well and good. That's my only concern. That's what she's kind of asking me. Can I stay with my person, or do I have to go somewhere else? She'd rather stay with her person and transition there. But if your friend has to get rid of her, I'd rather she come to you.
I also feel, yes, I agree with that. Absolutely 100%, Mark. She's showing me, first of all, she showed me the Five of Pentacles, kind of being left out, and she would much rather be around her other dog, the other dogs as well, because they also are support. They also help. They would be helpful in that transition. And, kind of taking care of her, licking her face, all those things that we can't do. We can't lick their little faces and stuff like that. I mean, I guess you could, but you don't want to. But so there's a little bit of that. Like, I feel like she needs that coming around, and that safety of home and a little place. So if Sharon can't take her or be there with her or take care of some of the transition time situation with her, I try to encourage her that you could create that space for her to allow this time to be with the other fur family.
Yeah, and she may pass within the next 2 weeks because she says Sharon still has Sophie. She's moving in 2 weeks and they can't take pets. I feel like she might cross in that 2-week period.
Okay, good. That'll be good. But she does not want to be left out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And this timing's a little bit, you know, and that's a little bit of a thing. And as I'm leaving, you know, I'm just bringing Pan in here for Sophie. That's the one that's kind of calling out the most, and just want to align with her and with her transition, and help that to be easy and effortless and in right timing. I want to bring timing into this. She'd prefer to pass there with her friend, Sharon. And that's what we're going to look at doing. If she doesn't, I'd rather she come to you, if that's possible, Miss Cat, for her last days.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to try to do it with her friend. I feel like that would be her choice if we can get the timing and everything all worked out. And I'm also just telling her, you know, Sophie's a little bit confused about what's going on exactly. She knows something happened to Sharon and everything's upheaval and there's a lot happening, but she's a little confused about, what about me? What about me? You know, how do we take care of my thing here?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just telling her, this is what's going on, and that there's going to be a change happening and the family can't all stay together, and that she might prefer to transition. Because I'm just letting her know there's not a place for them all to come together and reset up together. It's going to be different. There's a change happening. Okay, I think we've already said it, you know.
Yeah.
I know it's so hard on, I just hate it. That whole thing is
the whole thing is always hard. I'm glad that we have each other, though, here to talk about it and connect in, and there's such loving support here. Right.
And Kat's on board with that already. She already offered to take Sophie if that was necessary. Yeah. It probably won't be, but, that's a good thing. And your friend knows that you would take care of her and everything. She's probably just trying to prevent. Well, and plus she loves her. And the whole thing is hard on Sharon. Yeah. The heart attack and everything, not to mention.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. Well, what a beautiful Monday to share with this most loving family. And Mark, thank you.
Oh, honey, I loved it. Thank you, too. I'm glad to kind of get back up and running. I had to take that day off this week, but I'm getting back into the groove. Thanks to you.
All right. Well, we're happy that you're getting back in the groove.
Back in the groove.
Never fun. All right. So blessings to you all, and have a blessed Monday, rest of your Monday. And we'll see you tonight on Women Empowering Women. Should be an interesting night. I can't wait.
Yes, I hope it's some good women this time. No, I'm just teasing.
I hope it's some women that actually did something in history.
Like women I like. They're not all old slaves, but anyway. It's a great show, and I love it. I'm just teasing. It's really a wonderful show.
I know. All right.
I need to do one about dead men that did something good in their life. It'd be a lot harder to come up with people, but
That's a whole nother show, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, honey. Thank
So
you guys.
blessings.
I love all you guys bringing your questions here. I love you all very much.
Right.
Look, somebody has the name of a dog as a last name, Eliza Bassett.
Oh. All right. So blessings and see you all soon.